Mary Lou EJ. So
Ah.
she is a great one. I really enjoy getting to know her. So we're actually going to be talking about memory and super memory. So it seems to be like your memory is down below your modalities. So
Yeah.
you're accessing your memory through your visual. You're accessing your memory through your audio. Your kinesthetic or whatever. So this is a kind of an interesting one. So let me start off with Mary Lou. She's an EJ. She is a Shanny. She's a visual, but she's cranked all the way up and then broke the knob off. Play, blast, consume. Very talky, very chatty.
Right.
But what is so great about her is she's got a super memory. She's one of like 10 people in the world that
They
remembers.
call it savant, right? Is
no,
that the technical
no,
term?
no, it's not. It's not a savant, right?
It's not. It's different from savant. It's
It
super
is.
memory.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's
So
just
that's-
some. Right, without any, because they're completely socially normal. There's no, like, savant is like they're super smart with a little social weirdness.
Okay.
There's zero social weirdness, other than she's an EJ. But actually, what's
And
weird?
then you click on this picture.
Right,
There's zero social weirdness.
Yeah.
This is like the blaster.
Right, the blaster. The only thing I would say that's weird about her is, as an EJ, she's extremely well balanced. Like she's really
Positive.
She's really positive.
Yeah.
She has figured out double the side. She does not see herself as a victim. She doesn't
Yeah.
see the world as a scary place. She would be somebody. I tried to find enough stuff to do a class on her, but there wasn't quite enough. But like,
Right.
does seem to be somebody that's come all the way through and is like, I can see myself and I'm calm.
Reminds me of the same attitude as Susan. What's Susan's last name? I always forget Susan's last name.
Susan David.
Susan David,
Yeah.
the play last ESTJ lady.
Yeah, very much so.
But
And-
like they had to work it out though. Like it
Right.
wasn't just like automatic. Like they had to actually work it out.
So super happy, super extroverted, visual, masculine NT at the top. Anyways, hell of a lady. So we'll play the clips here, and I guess the way that science has done it is they found about 10 people in the world where they kind of like tag and release, like
That's
they
so
do like
interesting.
whales or whatever. Like, oh,
Yeah.
we'll go find him in a year or two. We got the little thing. So
Yeah.
it's like there's probably there is a lot more people out in the world that have this ability. They're just not tagged by science. They have about 10 that they have tagged where they check on them every year and they ask them questions and so Mary Lou, just an actress, actor. Which one's
whatever.
more offensive?
Actor.
So she happens to be one in the group,
Yes.
right?
The first person ever identified with this ability is Jill Price, who says she feels haunted by the never-ending stream of memories and hasn't wanted to meet any of the others.
40 tomorrow with a chance of snow or rain.
Next was Brad Williams, a radio news anchor and reporter from La Crosse, Wisconsin, who isn't bothered by his memory. He says it comes in handy at work and playing trivia games. Third was Rick Barron from Cleveland. Do you remember every movie you've ever seen?
Sure.
And you remember when lots of television shows started?
Anything. Movie.
60 Minutes?
Tuesday, September 24th, 68. The first Sunday show was September 19th, 71.
August 1st, 1974.
Thursday.
Why do you know that?
That's my most memorable August 1st.
And Bob Petrella,
I moved to LA that year.
a TV producer and writer who serves as the collective memory and sometimes the evening entertainment for his friends.
1996, April 27th, which was a Saturday.
It was a Tuesday.
No, April 27th, 96.
Sharp? No, I'm in 93.
See?
It was Saturday.
Everybody
right.
else can't remember anything as they
not
older.
wrong.
Not even almanac and I'm wrong.
See? Yeah, so it's like the date thing. They can tell you a date at any time in
Yeah.
the place. They can remember, like, where were you in 1983? And they'll tell you, like, exactly that day, what you were wearing, what they were wearing,
They
what
seem
you
to
had
have a
for lunch.
calendar. The majority of those were masculine sensories, and a lot of them look like masculine savior sensory.
Correct.
The first two look like masculine SEs.
ESFPs.
Yeah, and then the third guy almost felt like masculine SI somewhere.
I thought he might be TISI. He
yeah,
looks
he looked
like
TISI.
the TISI.
I thought that's what he was doing. So she would, if she's visual, she would be doing it visually.
That's
so
what she says,
One
too.
of the things that I go through is I can see stuff and I will be very detailed with something that happened in the past as long as I have a visual snapshot of it. But a lot of it, I don't like hold on to necessarily everything, but what I do have that I have held on to, I could just paint a picture for you. It's so detailed.
they're like unable to forget it.
Is it a system that you do, Mary Lou? I was so fascinated by how this
No,
works.
not at all. Because how could you have a system as a little 5-year-old,
Yes.
3-year-old and stuff, I mean, it's just something, it's like I really do see it. I see the entire year lays itself out, so I scroll through dates and stuff. But first of all, I have to apologize for my voice. They surprised me with Tony
They
Danza on
did.
the Anderson Cooper show, and I screamed so loud without realizing it that I just totally blew my voice.
Tony Danza's not here today.
I know.
They made me. It was Tony Danza and the guy, and he's the God King, and he's the DI, and they didn't tell me, and then I screamed so loud, and I didn't hold back my energy because I'm an extrovert, and then I have to tell you all this. Hey, we're here for the memory thing. Fuck Tony Danza.
Can I channel change 1 second? Like the blast plays, they have no idea. And by the way, I do this as well when we're doing these videos. I constantly interrupt you. Like that's something that I do, especially like the masculine T's, like interruption with play energy. But like all day long, the play blast will be interrupting people, and they don't realize that they're doing it. And they say, this is the fact I'm saying, I'm totally being D right now, but the thing that they will actually say is like, oh, well, I just have to. I have to because other people are leaving gaps in not
it just
saying
feels
anything.
like a bunch of horses in a barn all trying to run
Running
out.
for the
Like,
same door.
Like, what am I so fucking panicked for? Like,
Yeah.
just having lunch. Like, let the conversation. I can say it faster.
But what you mentioned laying it out. So when you lay it out in your head, what do you see? Do you almost see frame by frame like you see in a video?
Well, the closest thing I can describe to it is scene selection on a DVD. When I saw that for the first time, I thought, oh my gosh, that's how my memory works. Because a year will lay itself out, and it's like all these little videos. Like January's here, June would be here, December would be here, and I could scroll down too. All the little videos of the year sort of manifest.
Okay, right. I just need to pause it there. So it's like, what the hell is going on? It's like,
Right.
it does seem to be that there's the memory down here, and then how you access the memory.
Yes.
Because the visual people can relate to that.
Yes, very much
You're
so.
doing that.
Yes.
You don't have every single record to perfection.
I don't save them
That's
all.
what she has.
I absolutely am doing the exact same thing, but I feel like there's gaps. Therefore, I can't
which is
tell.
a normal human brain.
Right. I'm not saving everything.
So what's fascinating then is like it would say that like you order a hard drive or whatever, and it's like the hard drive up here, like, oh yeah, you can store way more.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
like recording the
right,
shows,
right.
like my hard drive.
She's
I
got
get
a
full,
bigger
like,
hard drive.
Oh, I gotta delete the hard drive.
Right.
No, you can just keep it
Right.
coming.
That's really interesting because I would guess, if you're just looking at the actual ST of the brain, I would guess that it is a hardware issue that you just have more actual space.
Let me jump ahead. So that the very last clip that I have, they're showing. They're like, yeah. So when we what I'm saying, like the tag and release, where they're actually like brain studying these people.
Okay.
They're like,
open them up.
Well, yeah, through the machines.
I know,
Without
I'm
cutting them up, but they're like, yeah, they have a big lemon peel. Everybody's got these, whatever they are. But,
Okay.
But theirs it is actually bigger.
A bigger lemon peel.
Why can I remember record lyrics from 30 years ago?
Because
but I
maybe
can't
you're-
remember lunch yesterday.
Because you're probably sound dominant, which is another aspect of the book. You find out what sense you are most dominant in, and you start to play to your strengths. There's a whole quiz about,
I
which
took the
senses
quiz.
really
I took the
were you sound.
test.
I was taste.
Oh, well, maybe you're a hidden taster. I don't know.
I was taste.
Maybe you have a strong thing of taste. I don't know. Of
But it was
meals and
taste
stuff.
and sound was number 2.
Yeah.
I took the
so,
quiz and taste.
Yeah. But you find out what, sense is dominant.
I had it right, and then I took the test and fucked it off.
Oh my God. That is the story of our lives. Okay, so that is so funny. Mary Lou is super right on because Gail is fucking audio. Gail, if you ever see this, Gail, you're audio. You're not a tester, but you probably took a stupid test. Like, what is a test?
I wanna do
Do you
taste.
like food? I do
like food. Oh,
Like,
how'd you know me? Wow, this is so accurate. David Chandler's so wrong.
I must be a tester. Like the stupid ass questions that were probably on that fake test. And like Mary Lou caught it and she's like, you're audio. And she,
Right.
like,
But she is.
She is fucking audio. She's like, why do I remember? Like, I love how the information is the objectivity. Why do I remember sounds? Oh, it's probably because
test.
you're audio. No, the test subjective bullshit said.
Okay.
And then, by the way, I love how Mary Lou TE goes along.
I
She
know.
just like this is what I do all the time when I know somebody wants to be lied to. I'll just
Yeah.
be like, that is also probably true. Sure.
Totally. I have learned to step that the fuck up. Oh, totally. Yeah.
Oh, just change the channel on sure. Maybe that's also true.
No idea why your
It's
life
not.
and what's happening and cause and effect. I don't know. There's no predictability. It's whatever the test says.
It's an extraordinary skill and one that Mary Lou is thrilled to have. For others, though, like Jill Price, who was the first person
Jill
to be
Price.
diagnosed with this remarkable condition, it's a burden. Is it driving you crazy on the inside?
Yeah, sometimes it does. Yeah. I mean, I really just want to be screaming at the top of my lungs most of the time, and I can't do that. So I have to keep everything in check.
When did you realise you had this ability?
About 5 weeks after I turned 14, and I don't really know why on this day exactly, February 5th, 1980. But from that day until now, it's every day. And so, you pull a date out, boom, it's like I'm right there.
What about the sad stuff?
That's the stuff that has given me like my emotional nightmare throughout my whole life. I can't just move forward. And that is detrimental to my daily life because it's hard to move forward.
It sounds crippling.
It is crippling in a way because I do believe if I were like everyone else, my whole life would have been very different.
If I just had a pony, then my life would be fine. If I didn't have this disorder, then my life would be fine. If I just had this amazing thing or not that thing, then my life would be fine. And then here comes Mary Lou, who's a fucking EJ visual.
I know.
And she's like, my life is amazing. I have the craziest thing. Anyway, it's so much about your reality is what you make of it. You're going to get a weird deck of cards. We all got a weird deck of cards.
Right. So this is interesting because it definitely seems like fixed mindset versus growth mindset. So Mary Lou happens to have growth mindset where you see a challenge as something exciting, something to learn and grow from. What is it? I want to call her Frowny Biscuit.
No, it's not. No, her name is not Frowny Biscuit. I don't know where this is coming from.
It's literally written down. Frowny Biscuit.
Those are Dave's notes. You can't see those.
I know. This is, like my NI is like, that fits. Frowny Biscuit.
But double masculine ESFP.
Double
allegedly.
masculine, mopey, ESFP. So, but that has nothing to do with it because there are plenty of double masculine, mopey ESFPs that have found a way to be growth mindset and are happy about it. But the interesting thing about this, so let's say that this is a hardware. You're not going to let go of Frowny Biscuit. Let's say this is a hardware issue and you have more information. Okay, so if more information, this is why you got to tell all the ESFPs, more information that's shit information is not good information. You want quality information. So if you are fixed mindset and you're holding on to every memory in the past of you being grumpy about fucking everything, and you're just like, oh, that one also was how I'm stuck and
now you have a bazillion reasons why, positive or negative.
Obviously, this could really come in handy when you're having, say, a discussion or a disagreement with a loved one.
Yes.
Is there ever a downside, though, to remembering everything? If you want to put a memory out of your head, can you?
But if you're making a memory on emotional boogeyman, then it's going to have a power over you rather than looking at it with the entire, kind of 360 of it and understanding all the nuances. But it's it's seeing like the entire panorama of all the parts of it. Because you might have this emotional boogeyman about a bad breakup, and you feel like, that person was so mean. But you might look back on the memory and say, okay, well maybe I had a little bit to do with it.
Double decided?
It's black and white.
I think it's a gift.
It's totally a gift. It's the strongest defense against meaninglessness that we have, and everything is connected to memory. Everything is something that we're doing in our past.
Thank you, Mary Lou.
Thank you.
What a little superstar.
Thank you, Mary Lou. Yeah, just somebody that you want to be more like. Great attitude.
In each subject, one part of the brain, called the caudate nucleus, is enormous, up to 7 times bigger than normal. These people may help unlock some of the mysteries we still don't understand about the human brain.
Mine would be way smaller than normal.